Transformation in 3, 2, 1.
Hi everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a reading for whoever, whenever, wherever is collective reading. All the sign readings are done. I'm probably going to start doing the cycle of them again pretty shortly here, so keep an eye out for that. Also, I'm available for personal readings. Email is in the description box or somewhere down below. I would probably put it on here somewhere. So I'm going to be running a special for the month of July, so stay tuned for that. All right, ancestors, spirits, guides. What messages do you have for the collective? What fell out was the Knight of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Magician. Six of Swords on the bottom. It's almost like you're changing your mind about something. Somebody is offering or taking an action. It's a heartfelt action. It's something sentimental, something that they really mean, right? They're maybe celebrating you for some successes that you've had. I feel like something that you did for someone or with someone was successful. Not only was it successful, but it helped them change their outlook on something. And what it did was it put you or them at a crossroads. Take it how it resonates, right? The person here is looking out into the world, examining what it is that they have right now, what's available to them, what they built. Could be you, could be someone else. Like I said, take it how it resonates, but you're starting to see the possibilities and what's available next, right? The Magician, what can be manifested next. It's like this little bit, it's like it put a pep in your step, and more than put a pep in your step. It really I heard exemplified you, so made an example of you and what you are capable of, right? Being celebrated here. Six of Wands. And I really feel like someone saw you. They saw you succeeding, and it was at 222. They saw you succeeding, and it opened up the possibilities, right? Maybe you showed them something. Maybe you did something for them, and what you did for them allowed them to benefit in a way that brought them to success. Right? Now you're starting to see what the potential is, what the possibilities are, what's available, and what you're capable of. Magician. I heard there's no going back. What is this Knight of Cups? Who is this Knight of Cups? This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Doesn't have to necessarily be that. It could be sun, moon, or rising. Like I said, take it how it resonates, right? This is an action taken from the heart. It's like taking a time out. Someone stopped what they were doing and talked to you. All right, this is a mixed deck. You got Page of Wands in the reverse, and then the Five of Cups in the reverse. This could be because at some point you felt like you were left out, ostracized, right? I'm hearing ostracized, like kept out of the game. Here is the Page of Wands. It's like no news is good news. This is either no news or bad news, right? Words didn't come through, didn't come in. Maybe it wasn't expressed. It feels like maybe you were left out of something and it wasn't told to you, but you felt it. Right? And what it did was it put you in a space where you had to really examine what it was you were doing, where it was you were going, and what it was that you valued, where your heart lies, right? Page of Wands with the Five of Cups in the reverse. Someone came through and said, no, you are valued. You do belong. What you're doing is wonderful. It's like you're at the precipice, like teetering. You couldn't quite make it, like you weren't going to get there. Like, is this really where I belong? This is what you're saying in your head, is this really where I belong? Is this really what I should be doing? Again, you or someone else, take it how it resonates. I don't know what side I'm reading for. It's going to be different for each of you where you are placed in this. Just, put yourself in the shoes of the character where you belong. Are you the person helping, or are you the person being helped? Either way, it's very successful. It almost feels like, someone took the time to talk to another. Someone took the time to appreciate and value the other, even if maybe that wasn't what was being happening. Again, you felt like you were being left out. There's this feeling of being, like your value, like the work that you're doing, like the things that you're saying weren't of value, like they weren't worth being heard, right? And that feeling of regret or loss, it's like you're not regretting what was said, you're not regretting what it was you're doing or what is being done, even if it's not being valued necessarily, because it really is. This is a sentimental and again heartfelt action. And this deck that I pulled all these upright cards from, it's a mixed deck. Okay, that was the Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune that popped out, both in the reverse, meaning that you're not waiting for things anymore that you know aren't coming to you. And I think that might be the success here, is like staying in your heart space, staying in gratitude, even through this, and having, like I said, this action being taken. What is the action? Empress in the reverse. You guys, again, this is a mixed deck. Funny that these come out. I'm hearing mother wound, not being able to produce, not having enough to get the job done, right? Provide. This is the things that maybe you were working on, and again, them being kind of unsuccessful in the sense that they weren't being validated. There is definitely, like, you're not hearing from the people that you were trying to show off to or trying to show up for, right? But that's kind of beside the point, because somebody else is showing up. Somebody is there for you. Somebody is taking in the balance, right? And there's like this Empress energy can be kind of overbearing. It could be like somebody controlling. It could be that mother voice in the back of your ear saying, you know, like, you'll never make it. I don't know why you're doing this. Stop wasting your time. You know, kind of thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be your specific mother. It could be your grandmother. It could be a matriarchal figure, you know, like an old boss. It could be a wife, an ex-wife, right? It could be the mother of your children. Take it how it resonates. But what's happening here is there is this lack of faith, even though you deserve it. You deserve the faith, to have someone have faith in you and what it is that you're doing. What is the Six of Wands? Because there's success here. Six of Swords again, and look, Knight of Wands on the bottom. I don't know why, like, it's like this reverse, this like reflection thing happening, because this is coming out in the reverse, and it is the overarching energy in the other deck. Knight of Wands and upright coming out on the bottom for that. Because some things people will just never see from a different perspective. It's like you're trying to show somebody something. You're trying to tell them something. Maybe a group of people. Maybe present things to your family, to your boss, whatever it might be here. You're trying to present these things to them, and they can't see it. They don't want to hear it. They can't, like, whatever their own blockages are that don't let them get past it. And they probably enjoy the tumultuousness. It's probably familiar. They know what to expect. There's like a comfort there, right? And they expect you to also be comfortable in that, and you aren't, right? So by moving forward and following your heart and taking compassionate action with and for yourself, you are escaping this, this mental storm here. And there's a lot of success for you. And I think that the people in the background are watching you do it have their own bit of resentment, because they told you that you couldn't, and you're proving them wrong. And not only are you proving them wrong, but you have a lot of loving support from elsewhere, right? From outside. Other people are taking action. Someone else is taking action to help the other because they do have faith in them. And then it winds up being this Two of Wands, right? This looking out into the world, putting you at a crossroads, putting that situation at a crossroads. What is possible? What is possible? Man, you guys, I'm telling you what, this is weird. They're all in the reverse here. Is Three of Cups. Five of Cups on this side. The Empress, which is a 3, and now you have the Five of Cups in the reverse here, right? There is more available to you. The world is bigger than this catty environment where people are talking shit, where people don't have faith in you. And sometimes this is like feelings that we carry along with us, right? From childhood, from past experiences, those points in time where we could have used a little support, especially maybe as young children, right? And instead we were met with trepidation, apprehension, people telling us, I don't know if you could do that. I don't think that's a good idea. What are you, stupid or something? Oh my gosh. Come on. And it can even be like the values of the people around you, because they don't feel that they could do it, so they don't see that possibility in others. And if you were there with them, then you must be just like them. You must not be able to do it. But what you're actually showing them is quite the opposite, that there is more available out there, that you are capable and possible of doing it. It is possible for you to do it. And that by doing it, it kind of shows them up and shows them that staying in that space where they're at isn't necessarily where they have to be or should be, right? You got the King of Swords on the bottom with this. There's a lying. There's people going in the background and saying things that are untrue. This person is terrible at making decisions. They aren't very smart. It's like they get all of the information. This is somebody who's book smart. I'm getting book smart, but not street smart. Right? They make decisions because they have this information, right? But they aren't thinking of the repercussions of their actions when it comes to the people around them. I don't think that they care about the people around them. I think that they only care about their fragile ego. Big old train happening. You are starting to see the possibilities of what is available, and what is available is something else out there, right? What is the Magician? It's interesting too, because in this Two of Wands, she's holding that wand, right? She's got the world, she's got the bus, she's got the wand right here. And it's like all of those things, you could get going out into that space. You have the power to do it, the know-how to do it. You've already been here. Nothing is happening here. Nothing is happening. Nothing good anyway, nothing productive. And there could be a lot of, I'm hearing quash back from the peanut gallery. Bring squash back. What's squash? It's interesting. I want to tell you something about that. One time, I was in a situation and I was drawn in, literally, there was a woman standing outside of a store, and she said, this has happened to me on more than one occasion in my life. I'm just telling you this one particular instance with this one particular person. She pulls me aside and she says, I know you. And I said, I don't know if I've ever met you before. Right? And she starts telling me all of these things about the situation that I was in and things that were going to be coming up in my future. And she was correct on all of those things. So as I got further down the line, I saw her again, and she was standing outside of a different restaurant this time. And I said, excuse me, this has been happening. Is there any more information that you can give me? Because it really got me into a bind. I was in one of the shittier situations in my life. And she used the term squash. She saw a squash coming down from the ceiling, I guess. A squash came down and it took out everything. It was just, there's a big squash there. And then she said, you're going to need $10,000. And I'm like, holy crap. I don't have $10,000, but thank you. Okay. So I'm thinking, all right, something about a vegetable and $10,000. How is this going to work? And what wound up happening was that I went to get this cleared up and taken care of. And because of the way that the circumstances went, they weren't able to use the things that they thought they could use, and they squashed it. It got squashed. So it was no longer usable, right? And it just meant in a that's a legal term, right? So then I go to take care of the rest of it, because I'm thinking I'm going to have to pay $10,000 now, and I don't have $10,000 and I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. And I go and they say, okay, your fine is $100. So $100 and 10,000 are the same number of zeros. It's just one has a comma here and one has a period here. And you just move that comma over to where the decimal would be, and it was $100. So instead of having to pay $10,000 and dealing with the situation that I thought was, FUBAR, her vision saw what it was, but our interpretation of it was a little weird. 1414. But it was true. So I'm feeling that. I'm feeling like maybe there's some things that are maybe out of proportion. Maybe there's some things that are coming to you that are going to take care of you in ways that are simpler than you can even see. Maybe you're expecting some grandiose thing to be like happening outside of this when it's actually very small and peaceful, and it takes care of the thing, right? It goes from the 10,000 to the 100. Right? $100. Well, that's 10,000 pennies, isn't it? Right. So take it how it resonates, but understand that sometimes the universe is working for us in ways that we can't see and that we think we understand, but they're coming through slightly different or in a very literal sense. It's depending how it resonates. So be fluid with yourself, with the messages and what's available to you. Don't know why that to come out feels like you are moving out into the world, and whatever it is that this situation or people were trying to hold you back with, it's really not going to hold you back for long. What is this Magician? Look, the Hermit in the upright. Finally on the bottom, we get one upright. We get the 10 of Wands in the reverse with the Hermit, and the Hermit is also mercurial energy. The Magician is Mercury. It stands for Gemini, Virgo, and Aries. Gemini and Virgo are both ruled by Mercury. Aries is that spark of life, that beginning, that self-motivation, the self, the who you are, right? And all of those things being invoked very, very powerfully here by taking that moment to yourself and realizing that you don't need to carry this burden anymore. The light is within you. You know, you're doing it on your, it's like you're almost like you're doing it on your own anyway. And it's very empowering. You don't have to listen to them anymore. And then here is the infinity symbol coming out of her. Do you see this? Do you see that analemma? All right, here it is. Right here is like what you can manifest in your mind. What you, if you can dream it, you can do it. Right? What is that? Disney, Jimmy McElroy skating the little orphan awesome from Blades of Glory. That's, you can do it. You can do it. And I feel like it's bringing you this peace, right? Because you know that you are capable. And on the bottom, look, Knight of Wands in the upright again with this dog who reminds me of my dog Bear, who's the biggest sweetheart you've ever met, right? There's this idea here where there's two knights. It starts with the Knight of Love and it ends in the Knight of Passion, right? But this guy isn't, it's like, you know how they usually say it's here for a good time, but not for a long time. And there's generally this feeling of like disloyalty about the Knight of Wands, which I think is a completely erroneous read. I don't think that's accurate, right? The Knight of Wands is very loyal. It's just very excited and doesn't stay put very long because it's got a lot to do, right? A lot of action to be taken. And that's what's kind of happening. And again, this idea of moving through, you know, moving from choppy waters onto calmer shores and not being alone in that, right? Not being alone in that endeavor, not being alone in that fight. And again, doing it because you're being loyal to yourself, to your needs, having faith in yourself, giving yourself the opportunity to be at the crossroads and go in the directions that you need to go, that are available to you. Stop staying here with this, you know, these other people. Maybe the hope is that by you activating yourself, taking action, showing them that they were wrong and showing you that you are capable, right? And not in a like, I'll show you, in a very like, okay, watch, just wait and see. Just wait and see. I promise I could do it. And then if they're still concerned, that's their concerns to hold on to, because you are letting go of those concerns and sitting peacefully within yourself. Right. We have water energy here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have fire energy here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have, again, the Aries, Virgo, Aries, Virgo, Gemini, Virgo twice. Right? And then we have the Empress energy, which is Taurus and Libra. You know, take it how it resonates. Look, trust in the magic. It's all working out in your favor. It's all working out well for you. Because you earned it. Right? What you have to do here now is just open yourself up to the possibilities and don't let those people around you hold you back. And again, they might not be right up in your presence, right? This could be like things that we tell ourselves, things that we carry through from childhood, from previous experiences, right? That keep us stuck. All these people are stuck for the same reason. It's internal and individual to each of them. And it's up to them to take responsibility and get through it on their own. It's the same for you. It's up to you to take this responsibility, right? And I think that by doing so, you're really realizing what is available to you. Where you could be going next. I want you to envision where you're going next. I want you to envision how it feels when you get there. And look, you are never alone. Again, it's like this at the very beginning, it's this heartfelt action that comes through. Someone who does see you. It's not that you're doing it alone, it's that you're capable. You standing firm within yourself. And by standing firm within yourself, then you can allow the company of others without it swaying you. Now it's true companionship. Now it's true friendship. Now it's true partnership, true co-working, right? Without it being codependent. Healthy relationships are possible for you. Healthy situations are possible for you. Now is a lucky time. I'd reach out and grab it, right? We have Jupiter in Cancer. Very, very lucky time, especially when it comes to the home space and friendships and the people around us. Look, give with gratitude and grace. This is telling you, don't hold back. Don't hold back in your dreams, visions. Don't hold back on your gifts. It is time to share them. It is time to go out into the world. Be the magician, right? Share those things that you have discovered. The hermit is like a self-discovery. It's also a discovery, right? Because he's got the lantern. He's shining it on things and finding things. And it's like you have discovered something immensely potent. Give with gratitude and grace. Don't hold it back. It is your birthright. And it is your gift from spirit. And you are meant to develop it, hone it, bring it out into the world. Look, think on your feet. Especially because I feel like, like the people around you are going to be kind of demanding that you do stand up for yourself, that you do move forward. And again, there isn't conflict in this. This is more an emotional situation, more in the emotional sense, right? And how we're feeling about it, how others are feeling about it, where they're leading us to, and they want us to stay in this space, but we don't want to stay in this space. You don't want to stay in this space. Just seeing that dog look at him in the face, look how they're loving each other like that. Oh my God, it's so cute. That's how I feel like when you've got loving support. Be open to it, please. Please be open to these possibilities. Be open to the idea. Don't let other people's fear, don't let things that you've been told in the past, don't let that small, quiet voice of insecurity close the door for you. Stay open to the possibilities. Stay open to what's available to you, because the magician has all of the resources. Okay? Splendor. You're free from this. And finding that hope and peace within yourself. And again, being able to get this done. Childlike expression as I say that. Having fun while doing it. I think that you've been bogged down way too long. You've been feeling like shit for way too long. You've been being told that whatever your dream is, whatever your life's purpose is, that you aren't adequate for it for too long. Spirit is presenting you with another human being, or letting you be that presentation, be that catalyst for someone else. Because the possibilities are available, and there is a lot of success here in this. And it isn't just like public success. I feel like this is a success, like a milestone that you are breaking down within yourself, for you, by you, with you. And nobody can take that away from you. It's on the bottom here. The promise of the future. Look how gorgeous it is. Thank you, Ganesh. Yes, and look at, he's open to it. Open to the possibilities, allowing them in, allowing that to flow. All right, how are we going to close this up? What are we going to get for us today? We're going to get We're gonna get a cosmic creature. Because we got this dogs coming out through here, and we got the animals. I got my sleeping Fuzz over here. He's sleeping. All right, ancestors, spirits, guides. What message, what animal spirit would you like us to embody? Who is our animal spirit? Who is our guide for today, for this situation? There's two. You got the jaguar and the alligator with the moth underneath. You guys, I'm hearing stealth, right? There's something about stealth here. The alligator is ancient, intentional, and digestion, and talks about ancient. Like the design of the alligator has been perfect for hundreds of thousands of years, millions of years. They are walking dinosaurs here present with us now. That ancient. Oof, I'm telling you, this is deeply ingrained in you. This is who you are, right? It says, with an appetite for life, the alligator leads the way for you to digest new nuggets of information, expanding your knowledge and wisdom with its every bite. You are activating ancient consciousness, a reptilian primal energy that existed long before your time, having survived and adapted into the cosmic creature that it is now. With eyes on top of its head, the alligator gives you foresight and clairvoyance. Woo, foresight and clairvoyance, looking into the future. The ability to see beyond what is obvious and tap into the higher source of information. The alligator also offers you an enhanced alertness as it picks up signals from frequencies beyond our human hearing and sends you new opportunities that seem to appear out of thin air. However, the alligator moves with intention, so you can decide which opportunities are truly to your benefit. Tap into your survival skills, using your intuition as a primal source to guide you towards the prosperous life you seek. Because I keep thinking about the Hermit card there and that internal knowing, right? And again, that driving you towards your life's purpose. And that already came out in this reading. Thank you, Spirit, as confirmation of that. Ancient, primal. Why are you here? Why were you built this way? What are you trying to do here? You know? And again, that fear of from others. That fear-based thinking that inhibits, that keeps things tumultuous. Jaguar, ferocity, connecting the dots, patterns. With incredible vision and laser focus, the jaguar understands the patterns of life, even in the midst of chaos. Like its fur, the jaguar can connect the dots, tying together seemingly unrelated ideas. Where others see spots, the jaguar sees opportunities. The jaguar encourages you to chase your passions with persistence and aggression and gives you the power to release force as you push past blocks and limitations. However, this is not all pure spontaneity. Here it comes with the intention again. It also involves the ability to plan 3 steps ahead with innovation and foresight. The jaguar is methodical, so when the right moment strikes, it only takes one blow to make an impact. With unmatched ferocity, the jaguar is unrivaled in its power and drive. When the jaguar shows up for you, embody your aggressive side and don't be afraid to go after what you want. Step into the role of the leader. It is your turn to be first. All right. And again, that feeling of being empowered. Right? Recognizing the patterns, recognizing what has been told to you, taught to you, isn't you, right? We're actually going to read the moth too. I don't usually read all 3 in this. I don't usually read 3. I usually just read 1, but I'm feeling like this is extremely important because it says truth, self-worth, authenticity. When we are living when we are living disingenuously, right? When we are being inauthentic, it affects our self-worth. We have to live truthfully, okay? Like a moth to a flame, you are drawn to the bright light of authentic truth. The moth honors your unique path and illuminates who you are, releasing the expectations of who you should be out in the world. Should be, air quotes, right? As you grow into your power, your perspective begins to change. You are able to discern who belongs in your circle and who does not. The question is no longer, do they like me? And is now, do I like them? This is a subtle yet commanding distinction. You are realizing that you no longer need validation in order to be loved. Love is available in endless supply, and you can give it to yourself whenever you need to. The moth appears when you are ready to take off the masks you wear in society to please others or to manipulate and control what others may think of you. Letting go of this control can be the most liberating thing you do. Follow your truth and let that be your North Star. I'm going to read that part one more time. The moth appears when you are ready to take off the masks you wear in society to please others or to manipulate and control what others may think of you. Letting go of this control can be the most liberating thing you do. Oftentimes when we're masking, right? When we're living according to other people's expectations, following suit, doing what we think is called for us or needed from us at that moment in time, right? We're doing that to make sure that they still like us, to make sure we can still participate. And whether we realize that or not consciously, that is a method of manipulation. That is a means of trying to control the situation. And it's also a means of tearing down our self-worth because we're being disingenuous. We're being untruthful with ourselves. This whole reading is about stepping into your truth, stepping into your grace confidently and not letting those patterns, those things of previous consciousness, previous perspectives, or other people's perspectives that are based in fear, keep you where you are. All right. I hope that was helpful. I hope that you got something out of it. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I do offer personal readings. Email me if you'd like to know about those. Thank you for remembering to hit like and subscribe because it really does help. And I really do appreciate. I'm trying to grow the channel. It helps me know that you are here for it. I am here for you. Let me know that you're here for it too. Right? We're growing together. All right. Thank you so much. I hope to see you next time. Bye.
Transformation in 3, 2, 1.